Today I'm doing my first long run. My flat is still looking like a mess. Oh, you can't tell. Oh, which is quite good actually. That's nice. So I'm wearing my Reebok bra. I've had this bra for years. This is a running top, very obnoxiously pink Lululemon shorts, and I have my Asics shoes, gel Kayano 29, and anti-blister socks. I'm about to start mixing my Morton drink, and then I will set up all the equipment and stuff that I need. I'm quite intimidated because I haven't done such runs before, but they're a key part in your half marathon training, and I thought better get the intimidation out of my system early on. I posted on a group that this would be my first long run. I had 420 kudos on Strava, which is like a like, and that means that I can't back off now. Back out, drop out, whatever, too early to tell. I had a quick shower, and I know it might sound a bit weird to have a shower before going for a run, but honestly it's very hot and I sweat through the whole night. And I'm now going to have my porridge, hydrate as much as possible. I'm still pondering whether or not to have coffee and banana when I get there. They do offer you a coffee and a banana in the run club, but it's my first time. I don't want to get an upset stomach. Morton is very easy on the stomach, or so I'm told. So even for people with wonky stomachs like me, but pray for me. It's gonna be tough. They have two options. They have a 6-mile loop and a 12-mile loop. And the reason I decided to go on this specific run is because you have the option to go even shorter or longer. Everybody starts together. They have a few pacers, but nobody's going to look at me funny if I decide to just do a 4-mile instead of the 6. And that I kind of like that. I have my Garmin watch. I will aim to do an easy run, which should be around the 8 minutes per kilometer, but I also know that their slowest pacer is a 12-minute miler, which is it's a funny thing about the UK. They continuously mix kilometers and miles. If it's a short distance, they will refer to it in kilometers, like I'm doing 1k sprints and I'm running a 5k. If it becomes longer, then they will say I'm doing a 10-miler. If they're looking at pacing, they will say minutes per kilometer. But then whenever you have a specific event, they might have mile per kilometer for long distance. It's just one of those, the weirdest thing. Like somebody in their same workout splits, they will explain so many things, and I'm still very new to all of this stuff. But anyway, because they have a 12 minutes per mile pacer, that's I think 7:45 minutes per kilometer or something like that. That would be the rate at which I go. Now let me have my porridge and then sip water and try to do a little bit of cleanup before I head out. This is the night before my long run, so I just laid my flat lay. I have my hydration vest with the empty bottles. My outfit is going to be very minimal. I'm literally wearing a running bra, shorts, and that's it, because it's going to be very, very hot. I have my glasses, my shocks. I'm going to make my drink mix. This is the hydrogel from Morton, and I have the bottle that goes with it, and then my shoes. So my outfit is completely ready for tomorrow. Then I have other things that I'm not going necessarily to be taking with me, same as what I did for the other run. So I have my body glide, which I always have with me. I use it before a run. Similarly, this compete thing that I use on my feet, I could technically also use the body glide, but I'm also trying to finish this one because it's super old. Margaret Dabs, I just moisturize my feet. This is something that I'm going to eat after I come back. This is Elite Electrolyte, so I just put this in my water, and then obviously some sunscreen because we have a massive heat wave. And currently what I'm having is the Precision Hydration 1500. So this is an electrolyte mix, and I'm having it the night before, right about as I'm about to go to bed.
just to make sure that I have enough hydration and electrolytes in my body rather than wait until tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up and make some oatmeal, eat a banana, get dressed, do some stretches and some activation, and then apply all the things that I need to apply and head out for a very long run, unfortunately in scorching heat. I might actually need my rain jacket just in case, because we also have thunderstorms, so I'll probably have this in the back of my running vest, and that's it. Oh, by the way, this is the Precision Hydration 1500 that I'm having the night before my run. Everything else I don't really need, so that's just my stash.
It's 7:30 in the morning. I got up and I checked the weather, and it's been chucking it. It's raining for at least the next hour. So what I did in the meantime is I prepared my oatmeal with a banana. I'm going to eat that, and then I will go back and nap, because when I got up in the morning and I checked my Garmin watch, it says that my body battery is at 70%. That means that despite having slept, I didn't recover to 100%. My goal is to be to at least around the 80 before I go and run, otherwise I'm gonna be super tired for the rest of the day. Then when it comes to my setup, I decided to add this singlet. Initially I was just going to run with this bra, but I decided to add this singlet. It's not going to be super cold, but still, when you get wet you want that. And I'm going to be wearing my little jacket when I get out. I already mixed my Morton drink. Now for my Morton drink, I buy one type of bottled water. It's actually the cheapest water because it's the supermarket's own brand. The reason for that is that for this to actually mix properly to form the hydrogel, you need to have fewer than 40 milligrams per liter of calcium. London has extremely hard water, so if I use the water from my Brita filter, I've tried that before, it doesn't actually mix, the hydrogel doesn't form. And if you use other brands, even when they are sold in a bottle in the supermarket, sometimes they have very, very high calcium level. So actually reading through all the different packagings, the one that I found that had the lowest calcium, which is 17 milligrams per liter, is this one. So I just bought a big bottle, a 2-liter bottle, and I keep it with me. I buy one maybe once a month or something, because I only do a long run once every week, so I only need one once a month. And then I mix it, and you can see no residue, which usually is a problem in other things. And as a reminder, this is the drink mix 320, so that's what I have put in it. What else did I change? Yeah, I added my shaker. So this is my shaker. I'm going to have some whey protein isolate when I come back, and the reason for that is that I'm going to probably have caused quite a bit of muscle damage. I'm gonna be on my feet for nearly 2 hours because I'm planning to do at least a 100-minute run. I'm aiming for 105. Like, I try to increase every week. Last week I was aiming for 100 and ended up doing 111 because I miscomputed my route and ended up far from the house, and I don't like to walk back home. I'm not going to use my SPF for obvious reasons, and I pulled this old hat. It's a hat I had from Asics like 5 years ago. I don't have a running hat, and in general what I like to do is I don't buy something the moment I think of it. I buy it after I realize that I really need it for quite a few times. So at the moment I don't have a running hat. I haven't researched running hats. I need just something that will work with my hair, but for today's purposes I'm gonna just wear this normal one. It's not waterproof, so definitely it's gonna get wet, but by the time I actually get ready to leave, it will already, I hope it will already be relatively dry. Well, the roads won't be dry, but at least it won't be raining anymore. Yesterday I bought this rain jacket. It's from a company that ironically is called Rains, and this is an example of things that I take forever to buy. So I've been wanting to get one for ages, Then yesterday I went to a trip to it's the Henry Moore Foundation. He's a very known sculptor in the UK. I spent the whole day there. You know, I stayed at the coffee shop. I went there twice, like in the morning and then for afternoon tea. I got to visit his house. I got to see all the different studios, his creative process. I got to go to a sheep field. So it was a fun day out with the friends, and then we got back to London. Why was I mentioning that? Yeah, obviously it was extremely hot, and then we had downpours. Like, we got rained on so many times, and then everybody had something for the weather, because obviously most of them have been living in England for ages, and all I had was this sad Columbia black thing that is issued by my work, but that actually has this layer inside, which meant that yes, it protected me from the rain, but because it was so hot I was just sweating buckets. So I decided to have something that is properly just waterproof, not with heat or anything. And that Rain's brand is actually really good, because you know, lots of brands tend to get away with certain things like water resistant, shower proof, etc. Well, this is proper what you need when you get a downpour. But anyway, yeah, now I think my oatmeal should be warm enough, because it was obviously hot, and I tend to always like burn the palate of my mouth, and I hate it because it takes me like 3 days to heal, and I can't eat anything. But now I think it's cold enough for me to eat, so I'm gonna eat that, and I'm gonna try to sip some water and go back to sleep. Well, not to sleep, I'm just gonna lay down and maybe browse my phone a little bit, and then start the digestion process, because I would probably need at least 30 minutes before I'm comfortable to go running, and I'm still waiting for the rain to subside. But I think it's good training for me in case like my runs will get longer, but also for race day. Probably this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up early. Well, not early, I mean I woke up at 7, but you know, get up relatively early, have some food, rest as much as possible, and then eventually go and run. But yeah, I'll film what I'm up to once I'm back from my long run. Right, so it's now a bit past 9:30. It has stopped raining, the roads have dried up a little bit, so I'm ready to go. I ended up wearing sunscreen because it looks like there is a bit of light. I have some little chapstick on. I filled my vest. I do feel that, and I have my running jacket here. I do feel that my vest is heavy, but I have done this before. I'm not sure I'm gonna need all the water, but we'll see. I usually feel that I need all the nutrition. I'm not sure I need all the water. I have this ball cap, and I will still take my glasses, although it's not that sunny. I tried to do a couple stretches, but I'm actually super sore. My left glute hurts because a couple days ago I tried to do unilateral moves just to strengthen my knees and legs. That didn't go that well, so I'm sore because my left side is the weak one. But let's get this done. I feel like the more I wait, the more I'm gonna find excuses. I just need at some point to get out there and get it done. I just got back in. Because it was a very slow run, I'm not really out of breath, but my legs are tired and in pain. I ended up, as expected, drinking pretty much all of my Morton, but only half of my water. I never needed my jacket. So now I'm just going to make an electrolyte mix, whey protein, and then I'm going to start stretching.